Okay, so I just wanted to quickly address something. I know a lot of people are like, hey, what's been going on with the videos? Kind of going through ongoing family emergency right now. Obviously, you see the setup ain't the same and whatnot. So while I'm dealing with that, the videos aren't going to be coming as consistent as I was doing the past couple months, but I'm gonna try my best to keep on going. Again, I apologize. I hope you people understand. Family first, you know what I'm saying? But let's talk about that Black Clover, baby, because we got 2 chapters to talk about, and YAMI!
Whether Facebook, Twitter, or the two, make sure to steer clear, cause I'm coming through like...
So let's jump into chapter 211, because chapter 211, very, very big chapter. The end of the devil, trio beatdown, Asta once again overcoming and outdoing his limits. A lot of things to talk about with that chapter. I want to talk about, for starters, YAMI, because not only do I gotta throw in a little bit of, I called it, people, I called it, YAMI being one of the pivotal factors of ending this whole arc. YAMI feels almost, to me, like, imagine you take a shonen character that's been through some shit, and you do another story, and you just show him in the background, like, he went through his journey, he's been through a lot, but he's still, he's OP as hell, you know, he's overpowered, but he's cool as shit. So I was very, very, very pleasantly, not even pleasantly surprised, because Black Clover been out some great and shit, but I was happy. I was happy the fact that they used teamwork. They showed something that shonen manga constantly wants to throttle us with about teamwork and how it's important and this and that. This manga showed how you can do it properly, how things can make sense, how somebody could be way stronger than somebody else, but they could work together and they could all be cohesive and nicely done in story form. Because YAMI waiting in the wings with Elf Charlotte, I'm going to keep calling her Elf Charlotte, although I think in 212 she said her name was Charlie? I can't remember. Seeing him with Elf Charlotte from far away, launching that blast, baby. Honestly, I was so happy. I felt as though, to me, Yuki Tabata treats YAMI again, like, not only that he's a shonen character from the past, you know, shonen main character or whatever, but also he gives him the props. Like, it seems as though he wishes YAMI was the main character. And I really rock with that, because YAMI having that epic moment, that blast that showcases, he has at the very least the strength to be the next Wizard King. There's no doubt about it. Because we even get the flashback from Julius talking to YAMI back in the day, kind of believing in him and seeing the fruition of everything that Julius dreamed for YAMI. Because remember, Julius, he croaked in this one. R.I.P. Julius. He took the major L at the hands of Patri early on in the arc. Well, not early on in the arc, but, you know, a while ago, well, yeah, it was early on in the arc, you get what I'm saying, but he took the L, but seeing everything coming to it, it honestly makes me wonder, is Yuki Tabata going to surprise us? Because as it stands right now, I think most of us can agree, we believe, and based on what Tabata said in an interview recently, that Nozel and the House of Silver are going to be kind of taking over in terms of Nozel being possibly the next Wizard King. Because if we're going to get a next Wizard King, there's only a few ones. Fuegoleon's sister, Mario Leona, Fuegoleon himself, Nozel, and YAMI. I wonder if Yuki Tabata is going to surprise us all, because as it stands right now, we all look at it as YAMI ain't going to want that responsibility. YAMI's, you know, a slacker, but that character development. Because you got to remember one thing, YAMI in the flashback, you see again that Julius believed in him enough that, yo, you could be a captain one day. Yeah, even if you're an outsider, you could still do it. Seeing all of that coming in now and seeing that he was able to launch this blast at the main villain, the devil, it shows him maybe there's a possibility Tabata's going to surprise us, and it won't be Nozel. Maybe it will be YAMI, the next Wizard King. Then let's jump to Asta and Yuno, because in 211, Asta and Yuno were very pivotal. Again, 3-man jump on the devil. It seems as though what a lot of people say is valid regarding Yuno being a plot device to help Asta reach the next level. Because it comes to a point where Asta's once again essentially losing it. He can't keep it up much longer with his power. And it's Yuno saying, hey, you know, I'm going to surpass you. That kind of pushes Asta again. And that's where I think a lot of people look at it, like, at the very least in the West, that Yuno is so just like that plot device, vanilla, like, you know, with the character popularity poll, which I do want to talk about at some given point. The Japanese may like Yuno, but Yuno just comes across again as, like, almost perfect. While Asta struggles, even after he gets a power-up, he still can't really manage to hold on to it. Yuno is steps ahead of him. So he always is used in terms of like a Goku and Vegeta situation. One helps the other to keep on going. And while it does work in a sense, sometimes it feels like, can we get a little bit of imperfections in Yuno? Yuno seems like the epitome of perfection, and it's like, I want to see him struggle too. So honestly, 211, absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. Seeing, Yami launching it from a mile away, seeing Asta and Yuno working together, jumping the devil, that major hit hitting him, and then Asta overcoming his limits. Honestly, it was, if you like everything about Shonen, I think that this arc, the way it's been done, it's like wrapping it with a bow on top of it of saying, yo, this is all that cool Shonen shit you love. Teamwork done very well, overcoming your limits, the senpai still being valid in the fights. It's awesome. But 212 is where we're getting big setups. Because if it was just 211 alone that I was talking about right now, I would have had a lot of questions. Like, okay, if this devil went down, so where do we go from here? Like, are we gonna continue on? Is the manga ending? Because a lot of people keep on saying, yo, Black Clover feels like it's ending. 212 tells a whole different story though. Because we start off and we see that essentially the devil, he took that L, but then another devil walks up to him and refers to him as senpai. Senpai is basically referring to somebody as like an older person. And he was referring to the devil that just got defeated as senpai. So we know that this is a devil that's been around for a while. Whoever this devil was, which I'm imagining, and I think most people can gather, that was Asta's devil, Asta's demon inside of him. He kind of like clowned him. He basically called him a loser and said, you're done, you're finished. And that right there opens up huge doors for the future of this series. Because now we know once again that, okay, we've known that there's a demon or a devil inside of Asta for a bit now. We've been wanting to see, okay, if this guy is seemingly endgame, he's connected to stuff that happened in the past with the first Wizard King and Lit. There were so many connections. Now seeing this guy is like, opening up new possibilities of, okay, Asta has to confront this at some given point. Maybe he's a troll. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going the route of like a Kurama being inside of Asta, where it's like he's just pure hatred, this guy's like a hateful kind of shit talker. You know what I'm saying? He said basically, see you later, loser. So I'm very, very excited. That was a huge setup for the upcoming arcs of if we're going to see the Kingdom of Devils, or, we're going to go into the Diamond Kingdom, or whatever it may be. Very, very big setup for Asta's character, the Devils, and moving forward. I mean, shit it on like, yo, you were a long time guy, bro. I'm the new hot stuff. We're going to keep it moving. And then jumping back to Yami. Because Yami, we would have loved, right? We would have loved more development with Yami's relationship with Charlotte. Obviously, that was not Charlotte in terms of, that's not her personality. That's Elf Charlotte. So one of the things that we're going to get out of this, because I know a lot of shippers are like, yo, it's not even going to matter. Once Charlotte comes back, she's not going to remember any of this. But I think that the best thing that this could have done, the time that was spent between Elf Charlotte and Yami, is that at the very least it's going to give perspective to Yami on moving forward how he feels about Charlotte. Because he spent a lot of time with Elf Charlotte, so he's going to understand, to a certain degree at the very least, his feelings towards this woman. It's going to suck that when Charlotte returns, again, she's not going to remember anything, but I think this is going to press a button on Yami, essentially, to push him forward to possibly pursue something with her. Again, she won't remember anything, but it'll be good in terms of Yami's character. So if anything, that gave Yami some development on the relationship side, I think, because he spent time with her. You can see that he was flirting and stuff like that. And it gave us insight into, again, if they had a relationship, kind of how it would be. But, as a shonen anime, shonen manga, a lot of the times they don't want to dive into the romance. But I think that that's what it's going to do. It's going to be disappointing again, because I would have loved, just let Yami have his woman already. Let Yami get the chick, you know what I'm saying? But I see that at the end of the day, it's going to be still more of now Charlotte needs to really, understand things and have some moments where she falls in love with Yami. So there was some good in it. Again, it'll be disappointing in terms of yo, it was a cool pairing, two badasses. Why not? But there's still time. The manga ain't over. And then, of course, the devil's magic is eating away at the palace. We got a lot of the scrubs is getting washed up. The former captain of the purple worker, the violet worker, he's been captured. A lot of people are getting captured or surrendering or whatever. So this is really the end of this arc. And thankfully, because to be honest with you, I'd say honestly the past maybe 3-4 chapters, it started to drag a little bit. It was like, okay, they're fighting the devil. Okay, they're hitting the devil. Okay, Asta's trying. So it definitely dragged a little bit towards the end. But thankfully, we got the conclusion and things is wrapping up. Again, the devil being dispersed, that doesn't mean that his magic is gone. So there's still a little bit to work through and get out of the doors. And the fact that we ended with okay, we just got to get through those doors. Probably there'll be 1 or 2 more chapters of possibly something stopping them, or it'll just straight up next chapter jump into they went through the doors. But the fact that they ended with the doors still being closed, I'm a little questionable about that. And then it seems as though Lumiere is not going to be around much longer. He's starting to decay. One of his eyes fell out of the damn socket. So first Wizard King, we're not going to get too much insight into the past of everything via him, which is good. Again, we don't want to know everything right now, right? And then the manga's over, I guess. So we'll probably have a couple more chapters with him. I hope Nero stays around. I'm shocked that in the Japanese poll she wasn't that more popular because I love Nero. Nero is one of the most pivotal things about this arc, her helping Asta to overcome his, inner demons, so to speak, no pun intended, and just kind of believing in him a little bit. So we'll probably have like some sort of sad moment there or whatever. But again, this arc is coming to an end, and again, thankfully, because it started dragging a little bit, even though it's that Black Clover greatness, baby. And with all that being said, honestly, this arc has been phenomenal. We got a lot of teamwork. I think that, if anything, Black Clover handled showing teamwork in a great way. The narrative of the way it was structured, the way they beat the devil, the way he was defeated from, it wasn't an easy win. It wasn't an easy win by far, and that's what you want from a monster, essentially, that's been planning this for a very, very long time, 500 years? You want that. So it took Yami, it took Asta with this new devil inside of him, it took Yuno, it took a lot to take him down, and I was fairly impressed. Black Clover, it's in the running for one of the best shonen in Jump. I'm not going to say it's the best shonen, because it's still One Piece, and One Piece is a monster, but for the newbies, Black Clover is doing its thing. Kind of curious what you think about this, though. For starters, big theories. What's up with that new devil? Obviously, it seems to be that that's the one inside of Asta. Did he come out to just kind of shit on the previous devil? Because a lot of what I'm seeing in shonen manga, like if you go to Samurai 8 or whatever, it always shows that the newer generation doesn't have respect for the older generation. And I think that's the case as well with that devil, while he was like, see you later, loser, you lost, goodbye. Because, like, it's representative of the newer generation just not giving a shit about the older, unfortunately. Do you think that there's going to be a whole kingdom of devils, though? Because, again, we've seen that there's multiple devils. Is Asta going to have to overcome him? What is Asta's next form going to be? Because, honestly, his latest form, it didn't really seem like that drastic. I thought it was going to be something amazingly different, but we haven't gotten there yet. I think with the setup, the foreshadowing that we got with that devil, we're going to be seeing more and more regarding that devil. Also, how did you feel with Yami being one of the pivotal factors to taking out the devil? Do you think that Yuki Tabata wishes that that was the main character? And your overall thoughts, do you think Yami is going to be the next Wizard King now that it seems as though, he got the power, he had the inspiration, and Julius believed in him enough to say you could be a captain? Or is it going to be a Jiraiya type situation where he's going to be like, that's not for me? And your overall thoughts and expectations for the future of Black Clover? Honestly, 211, 212, crazy shit. The end of the devil. I can't wait to see the new devil, and it's going to be hype. I will say, give us some imperfections on him, because him being a plot device solely to have Asta one-up himself again and again, it's starting to get a little old. But this arc was freaking crazy. That's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and hit the bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links, of course, in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day. Can't forget the music, though. But before I say that, one more time, yo, give it up for Yami, baby. Woo! I called it out. I'm sorry, I called it Yami being one of the pivotal factors. Have an awesome day.
Table rules, if you heard it, best believe that. For now, it's whatever. One day I'll be your favorite for never.
No matter how you get it done, no matter